Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Cat Lady. My name is Andrea, also known as The Cat Lady. That's 2T, CATT, which stands for Craft All the Things. Welcome. I am primarily a fiber related channel, so knit, crochet, spinning, weaving, yarn related stuff, but also dabble in whatever comes my way. I have a whole list of crafts that I want to try and things that I work on occasionally. So if you are new, thank you for watching. I hope you like what you see. I just talk about things that I make, things that I want to make, and I sprinkle in bits and pieces of life news in there. I am from Michigan. It is extremely cold today. So cold that the kids don't have school. I have 2 kids, 2 cats, a husband, and I enjoy sharing my love of crafts. If you like the video, please tap that like button. If you really like it and want to see more, please follow and subscribe. I'm hoping to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway soon. I know I said that like a month ago. It is on the list, so please stay tuned for that. I will probably try. I'm dying to dye some yarn, so I'd love to dye some yarn for a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, so please stay tuned for that. If you are a returning viewer, thanks so much again for always coming back and keeping up with the shenanigans that I am up to. My life is not super exciting, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy sharing my crafts with you, so I record snippets throughout the week typically. I'm still kind of flip-flopping. I think that's what I'm going to continue doing. I don't like doing everything all at once because I forget a bunch of things. So I tend to record 2 segments, sometimes 3 throughout the week, and then post on Fridays. That gives me a chance to work on things, share some progress throughout the week, and then not forget, because if I go a whole week, then I'll finish things and I won't remember, or something will happen and I won't write it down, so then I'll forget. So if I share it a couple times, then I won't forget. So that is usually my format. So I'm going to jump right in it. This weekend was it's Tuesday right now. It was a 3-day weekend, which is turning into a 5-day weekend for me and the kids, essentially, because it is negative 20 degrees with wind chill outside. So the school has officially already closed today and tomorrow. So tomorrow is another day at home. The kids still have some evening activities that they will be going to, so we do have to take them to those, and Jim still had to go to work today, but it throws everything off. So it's already 1:37 in the afternoon and I've gotten like nothing done. I did my workout. I did put away Christmas stuff finally. There's been a pile of Christmas crafts or Christmas decor on my dining room table since we took it down on New Year's roughly, and finally that has now been in bins. The bins still need to be put in the basement, but baby steps, but it's off the table, so that's a start. So I did do that today. Anyways, moving on, I finished my second Twee AF faux fur collar. It's so soft and it's so comfortable and it's so cute. Now, would I wear it like, I originally put this on because I'm like, I wouldn't wear it like this normally, but I don't know, it's still cute. So I got my just cardigan on. I have my hand knit sweater. It is a short sleeve shirt sweater, so that is what, that is really cute actually. So, but I'm freezing, so I'm keeping the cardigan. I did not make the cardigan. That is a purchased cardigan. But the sweater is the like everyday basic raglan or something. It was a free pattern on Ravelry. It wasn't the best pattern. I did adapt it a lot. I made it a little more form-fitting. And I made it short sleeve. This is my hand dyed yarn in the Tainted Love colorway. It's a DK weight that I dyed up a couple years ago, and I love it. It turned out so nice. I love the fit, so it's nice and fit. I made it like with some shaping in there to fit it. So, but I'll put the link to the pattern on here. But again, I tweaked it a little bit because the raglan was coming out like, it was going to come out way too deep and like big, and it was supposed to be like a bigger sweater, but I just adapted to fit what I wanted more. Faux fur collar here, again, Twee AF was the name of the pattern. It is the Go for Faux Thick and Quick in the Chinchilla colorway, and then this one is the Chow Chow colorway. So that is that. A little note, I know it's typical for commercial yarn to have knots in the skein. This one did not, that I know of. But I went to pull out the center pole of the ball, and this is how much came out before there was a knot. Like, really? Like, I know it's a very limited amount of yardage. It's only 24 yards in here. But really, like, I'm like, so of course I untied it and like, well, I'm not even using that. Still had plenty of yarn, but I didn't even notice. So, and like when this isn't a knot, you can't tell because it's so fluffy that it was hard to tell. But I could tell because it was kind of like, it looked like that. going on, and I made the whole thing. I finished it. I weaved in all the ends, and there's another knot in here. And I kind of tucked it away in the back. I tugged at it and made sure it was snug because I feel like it could come undone if I'm not careful. But by this point, the whole thing was done, so I wasn't going to take it apart to relieve that knot. But it's kind of annoying because, again, only 24 yards and you have 2 knots in there. One of them that's like this is ridiculous. So I just thought I'd share that and the ridiculousness of that, but whatever. It's done. It's cute. It's not going to be like getting hard wear and tear, so I don't feel like it's going to come undone, but hopefully not. If not, I'll obviously have to I would have to tear it apart and redo it, but this took like an hour tops. So it's free pattern. You just cast on 7 and go. That's it. So now again, and the ribbon I just threw on just now before I started. I love the black ribbon with this. I think that's super cute. And I kind of like the long ribbon. Like I just grabbed a piece of scrap ribbon I had and put it on there, but I kind of like it. So I might just leave it. Probably trim up the ends because they're a little fuzzy, but I don't know. I like everything about it. So I got little bow earrings on today. I don't know if you can see those or not, but I bought these at Claire's this weekend because I had a gift certificate to that I've been holding on to for like a year or two. It was actually Emily's gift certificate. I bought it off her because she's like, I don't know if I want to spend it. So I bought those. That's not crafting related. And now my hair is really staticky. So moving on. So my goal is to do 2 squares a day for my blanket, which I am caught up until today. I have not touched this. So that is what I have to do as soon as I'm done recording is I have to sit down and do 2 squares on this blanket. But I am caught up since the last time you saw, I hadn't finished this square. So the square is done. So that was the last day I recorded. So we'll take this off. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 squares are done. And I have to do today's squares. So that is my blanket. Moving on with that. Next up, I cranked out as much as I could for this Clancy hat. So I'm going to sit down and I was hoping to do it today, but it's not going to happen today. Hopefully tomorrow. I need to start like first thing and then like go through it. So I'm writing out the pattern for the Clancy hat, which is a 21 Pilots themed hat. I don't have the one that's finished, so I just have this one, which has a bazillion ends. But it is a mask, like balaclava style hat with an opening here. And it's based on what the main singer has worn in his music videos and everything, and concerts. But his is fabric. This is obviously crochet, but I've had a couple of requests for a pattern. Again, I just loosely went with it. There are other patterns on there, but they're not, I don't know. I wanted something simple and basic, so I ended up doing this myself. And a couple people have like, hey, this is the one I want to do too. But I am to the point where I just need to join these two, the opening together, and do the other side, and then seam it up, and then I have to put on some ribbing at the bottom. So that's it. But I figure when I'm recording the actual making of the pattern, I need to do it step by step. So I need to cast on, I need to do the first half, I need to do this panel, and then I got to do this long panel. So this is the part that took a long time yesterday, and I did most of it yesterday. Yesterday and the day before. So now I'm going to hold this as it, and turns out I'm going to be making 4 of these, or 3 more of these. I already have 1 finished that I made for myself that I wore to the concert. I asked, David ended up borrowing it for school, and so I asked David, do you want one? He said yes. And then I asked Emily, do you want one? She said yes. And then Jim's like, well, I'm like, well, do you want one? He's like, well, kinda. So now I have to make 3 more. But at this point, I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to cast on a new one, record that portion, and when I get to the point where I start this second half here, I can continue to work that. I can then pick this one back up. Like I can show, okay, do this, because the steps are the same as this bottom part, except you're just doing it longer for the top part. So once I get to that part where I'm like, okay, repeat for this long section, I don't actually have to do the long section at that moment. And then I can pick this up and say, okay, at this point, finish. And then I can finish this one and then go back and finish the other one, and then apparently cast on a completely new one. I'm going to be a little burnt out. I'm not going to lie, but that's okay. So I was hoping to start working on the actual video tutorial this week, or today, but that did not happen. So hopefully tomorrow. If not, hopefully Thursday. Again, it's really hard to record when the kids are here because they constantly come in and out and there's noise going on, so it's a little distracting. And I'm waking up late. So we woke up at like 9. I think I was up at like 8:30. I got Emily at 9:30. So yeah, like my day is already like cut down because I'm sleeping, which is nice. This is Heartland yarn, Lion Brand Heartland. I might have to buy another one. I'm hoping that with whatever's left with this one and the other one from the other hat, I will be able to squeak out the extra hat. Oh, and I'll have extra from the other one. So I have one more full skein of this. So I'm hoping between the remnants of 3 skeins, I should maybe have enough to make a 4th. So I don't have to buy another skein of this. That is my plan. I have plenty. I feel like I have plenty of the red because I only use like 2 stripes, but there's still a decent amount of the burgundy. That might get sketchy. So more yarn buying might be in my future. I don't know where though. Does Michael sell Heartland? I don't know. I can order it online, obviously, but like with Joann's, it's hit or miss whether they're going to be around, so it really stinks. What else? I worked on Jim's hat, just a touch. Jim's like, why don't you just finish my hat? And why are you working on that hat? Because I want to do multiple things. This has, I want to get that pattern going. And one's knit, one's crochet. This is 2x2 ribbing, so of course it is a little bit of a slog on the hands. But last you saw, I think I moved the marker, but I think I moved the marker. I don't know if I made that much progress or not. I want to say I did. So I was like here, now here. I do mark my rows, so I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, a little over 50 rows. I think I was like a little under 30 last time I showed you, so making good progress. I'm going to stop at 70 and see where I'm at is my plan. So that is that. And then my treadmill project is coming along quite nicely. So last you saw it, I was about to start to decreases. So right here is where my podcast marker is, not my recording daily marker. So this was my marker for last time I showed it here. So as you can see, the top part is done. And I've cast on the bottom, or the second hat. So, and I've gotten this much done in the second hat. I started editing together the snippets for this video. I was gonna make a short of how this comes together on just working on the treadmill, and it is coming together quite nicely. So I've been working on this since January 8th is when I started, and it is the 21st. So I think that is 14 days of work. So 14 pretty much half-hour chunks, give or take a few minutes here and there. So I'm not gonna math that in my head, but 7 hours. Yeah, that was pretty easy math though. So not too shabby. It feels like it's going a lot faster than my first one did. Mainly because I don't know. It goes by pretty quick on the treadmill. So I like how it's turning out. I feel like the slouch is much better in this. I made it bigger. I think it's gonna be better. So that is that. And that is everything. I have not cast on anything else. I did this just because I knew it was going to be like done in 2 seconds, which it was. So I'm going to go back to working on all these existing things. So that is the one thing that is a downside about my podcast channel, whatever, is it's a lot of the same stuff, but you get to see the progress in real time of what I'm working on, and then get to see me lose my mind and cast on new things when I shouldn't be. I did, and I don't have it, but if you recall back in my 2025 goals video, I talked about a granny square cropped shirt that I made, and that doesn't fit. It's in this closet, so I'm not going to pull it out at the moment. So I might see if I can tear it apart and maybe actually just make it a little bigger. So if I add some stitching under the sleeves, because I think it's mainly the sleeves. I think the body fits okay. It's the sleeves that are tight. So I might do that. I might be able to fix it. I still have to rip back the whole, yeah. Actually, I don't even know if I have to rip back. I might even be able to just rip out the seaming and then add in. So I think I'm gonna play around with that before I decide to like repurpose it completely. So I just thought about that. So thought I'd share that tidbit. Anyways, that's it for today's clip. I will continue working on my stuff. I'm gonna sit and work on some squares today, and then work on other stuff and see what I get done. So I will be back later this week, which will be in an instant for you, and see what we've gotten done. Hey guys, it's Thursday and the kids are still home. They've been home since Saturday. It's pretty much Christmas vacation all over again. So they went to school on Friday, like normal. Saturday, Sunday, Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so they had that off. And then Tuesday and Wednesday they called because of extremely cold temperatures. It was like -20 wind chill, so not safe. And then today, it's been snowing. It's been snowing nonstop. Like, not a lot, not heavy, but it's been coming down like this whole time. And it's still cold. And so there's a lot of dirt roads in our community that the buses just can't, they're just sheets of ice. I really hope they go to school tomorrow. So, I mean, it's been quiet. They've been fine, but they're not doing anything. And all their evening activities are still on. So yesterday I took David to piano. Emily went to robotics on Tuesday. She went to Winter Winds. No, she went to Winter Winds on Tuesday. She went to robotics yesterday. She's going to Winds again tonight. David has percussion lessons tonight. So everything is still active as usual in the evenings. It's just we're sitting around all day. So I've got some weird glare going on. But anyways, I've been a busy bee. I have not worked on my blanket today. So I've not been busy enough. So I recorded on Tuesday, I believe. So I've gotten Tuesday squares here and Wednesday squares here. So that is where I'm at. So I need to probably take this with me to percussion. And also Emily has a dermatology appointment, so I might just take it with me there. Those little snippets, it is weird to bring it out in public, but whatever. It helps me get it done. So I'll get my 2 squares in today. And I finished Jim's hat. So this is the channel, and I don't think I ever shared what it was. I don't even shared with any of this. So all the links are down below of what I'm working on. This is my mitered square blanket. It's not the Cozy Memories blanket. It was a website that is, I think I link it to I don't know if I link the website. I'll link the direct pattern down below, not the Ravelry page. But it was just like, it's just called the mitered square blanket or something. But here's Jim's hat. It's called the Challenger hat. It is not available anymore, but I will link where you can find. So someone wrote notes on it and pretty much wrote the whole pattern because it was a free pattern. It was a free pattern that was linked to a website to begin with. So I think she did the decreases differently, and I liked how she did things. So I followed her notes, so I will link that. That's on Ravelry. I have not secured the top yet, just to be sure it's the right size. Last you saw, I believe it was here. I think I moved my marker. So pretty much, and actually I had an extra 10 rows in there. I knit to 70 rows, and then it seemed too big, so I ripped it back out to 60 rows, which is where my last little marker is, and did the decreases. The decreases are very quick and just fast and kind of flat, and I like them, so that's why I like them. But this is a just very basic ribbed hat with folded brim. So I think that's gonna work out well, because you can adjust the brim, because it's a pretty big brim. So if he wants it down a little lower, he can pull it down, or if he wants it up a little higher, he can pull it up. So it matches his other hat. This is in big twist yarn in the olive drab colorway. I use size 7 needles. I would like to wash it and dry it, because I like to do that with all the acrylic things I make. So I will try to do that, but I want him to try it on first. So if I need to rip out or add length or whatever, I can do that. So of course weave in all the ends, but that's done. I'm gonna consider it done. So, and I figure I probably won't have this tomorrow to show. So I'll probably do another clip just to wrap things up tomorrow on Friday. Hopefully the kids will be gone. I'm making really good progress on this treadmill hat. I feel like just because I do pick it up and work on it every day for half an hour, it's going a lot quicker than the other one I made, and it's bigger than the other one I made, and it's still going really well. So last you saw, so it doesn't look like, no, where's, okay, last you saw was here. So yeah, that's a decent amount of progress just for walking on the treadmill. I'm going to 70 rows. I'm at 30, so I'm like close to halfway until I get to the decreases. So that's pretty good. So I'm really enjoying this. This is the Vegabond hat, sort of. It's a cross between Vagabond and Barley sock. So I will link my Ravelry page to that. But it's basically a double thick hat. And then lastly, I've been kicking out, a couple things. This does not work in my machine. I thought it was gonna work, but actually there's also a knot in here, so I don't know if it got stuck on the knot, which is a possibility. I don't know. I'm not, yeah, there's a knot. There's a knot right there. I mean, that's pretty close to the beginning, so maybe it got stuck on this. But regardless, I think I need to find another project for this. I'm thinking maybe a fuzzy hat. If I could get like a hat. These were supposedly the same colorway, but that is totally not the same colorway. Maybe it wasn't the same colorway. I thought this was chinchilla, and that's chinchilla, and this does not look like the same color. But anyways, they would sort of be matching. But I know, some kind of fuzzy hat. I don't know if this is enough. I think it could be. So since it's not super bulky, but like one of those just like little fuzzy hats could look cute and wintry. So I'm gonna look for that. Or I'm just gonna figure out my own pattern. It could just be a regular beanie. I don't know. It's gonna be a pain in the knit with, though. I do know that. So, but anyways, I've been doubling down on my Clancy hat tutorial. So I've gotten a good chunk of it recorded. I was hoping to finish it today, but it's getting late in the day. It's already 2 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to finish it today. Oh, and you know, I have to like stop and actually knit or crochet the stuff and then come back. But I am on hat number, so we have this hat, and then we have this hat. So I had started this one as I was writing out the tutorial, and then I started this one as I recorded the tutorial, but then came up, since I had this big large portion done, then I just like flipped over to picking it up, and so I did this whole part on camera. This whole part. So this is all the part I did on camera. So I did the beginning and this whole first panel, and then pretty much said, do the second panel the same way, because that's essentially what you do. And then pick this one back up and now finishing. So I will be finishing this one on camera, and then I will have to come back and finish this one, and then I will have to come back and make another one, which will be a total of 4 hats. So, and I probably need to get another skein yarn because I don't think the leftovers are going to be enough. That is my guess at this point. So, which is kind of a bummer, but because I think I only have like 30 grams left. And the way I weighed the skein, yeah, so I had 30 grams left. There's 140 in here, so that means I used 110 grams to do the whole hat. And if I only have 30 grams left from each skein, that's only 90. So that is not enough to make another full hat. Hoping I have enough burgundy to do another full hat. I should weigh it and see what's left. Now that I've used it all for 3, I can probably math out if I have enough for 4. It looks like I do, so. Which means I should run up to Joann. I have to look to see if they sell Heartland at Michael's, because I will run to Michael's if that's the case. Just because I feel like my Joann is going to be a hot mess there, just because all the things that are going on, they're probably running out of stuff already. Still very sad about this. So that is my update for Thursday. I will come back tomorrow with maybe hopefully a few blanket squares, maybe some more progress on Clancy, and some more treadmill work on this. So I will have some small updates and a closing segment. So I will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Friday and it's the last clip of the week, and boy, a week it has been. The kids did go to school today, so we are back to school today and then home again for 2 days. And this has been a week. That's what I say every week, but boy. Anyways, moving on. Remember how I said my husband's hat was finished, and I showed it off yesterday that it was finished? It was not. Surprise. It was too small. So I made it long, I ripped it back and made it shorter because I thought it was too big, and it was not too big. So then I had to re-add this, like the 10-ish rows, I think it's like 8 rows back in. and do it again. So now it is done. Hopefully. This is his old hat. This is the new hat. So, I mean, I might be like, I think we're good. Obviously, I mean, it's different yarn. So, but I think we are good. So, hoping we are good. This looks good. So, he feels bad. I feel stupid. I should have just went with it. He's got a big head. He's got a bigger head than I even thought, I guess. Because when I tried the hat on, it was huge, and it seemed too big. And when he tried it on, it was obviously a little too small, and he was trying not. He's like, "Oh, it's good. That's good." I'm like, "No, it's not good." I can tell it's not good. So, noticing a little loosey-goosey cast off. Where's my line? So I'll have to seam up my. I'm not gonna tie it off yet again because. Where is the string? There it is. Okay. There we go. Not going to tie it off yet. I'm going to wait till he puts it on his head. I'm not going to do anything. Obviously, it definitely needs to be washed. Just to even it out a little bit. But it is now done for reals, hopefully. Crossing my fingers. So, with that, I don't know if I moved my marker. I did a little bit more progress today. I did not move my marker, but basically I did today's work, which was from the unicorn up. So we are making very good progress here. So we're at 10, 20, 30. I think I were just at 40 stitches on the Vagabond hat. I will move this guy back up here. I am still working on the Clancy tutorial. I was really hoping to get that done and posted, but it was too difficult with everybody home this week and everything that was going on. And now my cat's laying on top of the table that I record on. And I was working on finishing the hat. And so I'm going to work on it more today. And I can't do it in the evening because the lighting's really bad. So like I've been doing it in the afternoon when it's nice and bright. So yeah, there is that. And then my blanket squares, I did end up, I transferred it to this bag here. And that seems to be working as far as to travel with it a little better. So I am caught up. Let's see. Never know where I'm at. Here we are. I'm getting close to the end of the row again. So that's cool. I only have 4 more. So this weekend, I will be done with another row. So that's really exciting. So then I will update you with the number of squares. So I did my yesterday's squares, and then actually I did this one yesterday as well. And did this one today. So I got myself ahead of the game a little bit yesterday, did the one today. So I have 4 squares, and that's it. I'm probably not doing any more of those today. So I got 4 more for the weekend, which will take me to the next row. So we are making progress, and I am pretty happy with it. Jim asked me yesterday, it's like, are you like getting sick of that? Like, are you enjoying this? I'm like, well, yeah. Obviously, it's currently not like my favorite thing to do, and it is a little bit of a chore, but I want it done. I like it. I like the project. So I just gotta keep going through it. And again, I'm probably gonna run out of minis before I get to the end anyway, so I might as well just keep plugging along, and then I can potentially take a little break at that point while I figure out how I'm getting more minis. In other crafty news, I'm super excited, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to do this, but I have this coat, and I got this coat in early 2000s, before I met my husband. I was kind of a emo goth kid a little bit, not really, but like an emo goth wannabe in college, not even high school. And I wore a lot of black, and I had like a studded collar, and I wore, fishnets and all that stuff. But I have this coat, and I love this coat. And this is from Hot Topic. Pretty sure this is a Hot Topic coat. It is a very long, like trench coat kind of. It's got this lacy corset back and the fur collar, and I love it. But the buttons on this have disintegrated. So it is a button-up coat, and all these buttons are like disgusting. Well, this is what they were supposed to look like, because this side's fine. So they're just these like fabric, well, not fabric, they're like faux leather coated buttons, but they're all like peeling. So I currently should be getting today a set of new buttons. And all I have to do, oh, that one's missing. All I have to do is sew the buttons on. So, I mean, it's gonna just probably, unless I can kind of like hook it in, which I might be able to. I don't know if I want to have to sew it through the whole lining, but no one's gonna see if I do. But I really just need to sew the buttons on, and then I can wear this coat. It still fits. When I do finish it, I will do a little show and tell with it on, but it's a beautiful coat and I just love it. So 100% polyester, yeah, contrast, like acrylic fur, you know, it's all fake stuff, but it's, oh, and it's got this really pretty patterning. Look at that, look at that. That's so cool. I love this. So I can actually wear this. It's kind of thin. It's not like a super like warm coat, but it's like for wearing dresses or like just going out and looking cute. So it's got the fur collars. I don't know. So that is on my, I was going through my closet last. I'm like, why have I not just done this? Because that's like literally been sitting in my closet since we've moved into this house, since I've met Jim, and I've never fixed it. And I've worn it a couple times before the buttons completely disintegrated. Like I'm pretty sure I wore it to my grandfather's funeral. So, I mean, it has, which was a very long time ago, 2009. So yeah, because I was pregnant with Emily. So it has seen the light of day, but very, very minimal amounts. So that is on my list to repair. Also this weekend, I think I'm going to work on this little fur hat. I think I should have enough of the faux fur yarn. It says if you want to make it, you can make it as long as you want. Pretty much says if you don't want to roll the brim, stop at 7 inches. But if you do, you knit it to 9 to 10 inches. So I'm going to attempt to do a brim. And basically there might be some, yeah, I might need to do a lifeline before I do the decreases is what might have to happen. I don't know. I think once I start knitting this thing, it's either going to have to be completely frogged and restarted, because once you knit with this faux fur, you're not going to be able to find your stitches. So that's probably just going to be a trial and error, but it's going to be so quick. So this is using size 11 needles. Where did the yarn go? I think I put it back. So it's the faux fur, Go for Faux by Lion Brand, the regular size, not the thick and quick. Here, I don't have the tag here, but it is the size 6, so it is still a super bulky, but the other one was size 7, I think. So it's like jumbo. Yes, so the thick and quick was a jumbo. It required or recommended needles were 35, which was ridiculous. It was 19 millimeter. Recommended needle size for this one is a 13. So this is calling for 11. That makes sense. Make it a little bit snugger, but I could have a match, and they are both chinchilla. So this is chinchilla and the other one's chinchilla, even though they don't look quite the same. But I figure I will make a fur fuzzy hat and my little collar. I just think it would be so cute. So that is that. So I'm going to work on that this weekend and possibly pull out another whip is what needs to happen. So since I will be done with the hat for my husband, treadmill hats for the treadmill, blankets ongoing, maybe I will start working on the Magikarp hats for my kids. Oh, Clancy hats. Gotta finish Clancy hats. So Clancy hat, I will try to work on the tutorial more today as well. But yeah, this weekend, what do we have going on? So Emily's busy. She's always busy. She's got robotics. She's got Winter Winds. David doesn't have much going on. Jim and I are helping with props for Winter Winds, which is a whole thing. We're not handy people. We're not like, you know, we're not handy people. And this is like building props out of like wood and using tools. And we're kind of just there to be like, hey, tell me what to do and we'll help. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll be working on that this weekend. So it's still cold and snowy, but it's supposed to warm up a little bit. I say warm up, it's supposed to be like in the upper 20s next week. So that's good. Actually, I might get above freezing, so the stuff might start melting, which will be good. So, but that's it. It is Friday afternoon, and I'm going to wrap this up. And I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope you have a great week ahead. And I will see you next week, and I hope you get to craft all the things.